Yo, peace was good. About to do another hip hop rant. It's been a couple of months, almost like 4 months since I did a hip hop rant. I think the last rant I did was like based on like out of print CDs and shit like that. Um, it's a hip hop rant. Like I said, it's been 4 months since I did one. This is part six, and I'm be talking about people doing cover songs and sampling and shit like that. My thoughts about it. Okay. You guys know what a cover song is. It's like another person's adaptation of an original song. Like, for example, Michael Jackson's or the Jackson Five when they did "I'll Be There" back in the early '70s. You know that was a popular song. You know from them and stuff like that. One of their biggest songs to date. Um, and Mariah Carey did her version back in the mid '90s. I think like around '94, '95, and and that was very successful and stuff like that. Okay, and there was a situation a couple of weeks ago with Pete Rock and Lupe Fiasco. You guys know who Lupe Fiasco is. You know he's all over the media and shit like that, as well as like hip hop media, I should say. And you guys should know who Pete Rock is. Or Pete Rock is CL Smooth's fame and Heavy D's cousin. Anyways, there was a situation where Lupe Fiasco had released a song called, I think it was called Around the Way, or Around My, I think it was called Around the Way, some shit like that. And I'll post on a link to that too as well. And where practically he practically took the original song, like just pretty much copied the Pete Rock and CL Smooth classic TRY, the Troy album. I mean the Troy song, excuse me. And it's like, really? Like that's how you're gonna go about it? Like that's and then his excuse like, well, I'm trying to pay homage to Pete Rock and blah 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 blah. And my thoughts is, okay, I understand you're trying to pay homage, but there's different ways of paying homage to him. You want to pay homage, you know, ask to do an album with him or something. That's how you pay homage, not to do cover songs. You know what I mean? And there's been covers, and he's not the first person to do cover songs. There's a lot of people who do cover songs. You know what I mean? Um, for example, there's a song called "Always Something There to Remind Me," and we already know the most famous version of that song is the Naked Eyes version, because I thought that was their song, but I looked it up. It's not. That's just an '80s version, a synth pop version of that original song. The original song is from a guy named Barbarack. I think it's his Babarak. I think that's how you say his name. Correct me, positive if I'm saying that wrong. And he he did that. They did that and stuff like that. And also Dionne Warwick also did a version of that song too back in the early '60s, and they were all done great. You know what I mean? Because they can actually sing. You know what I mean? But then getting back to Lupe Fiasco, like I said, because his original intent was he said to pay homage to Pete Rock. You know what I'm saying? He said, well, from what I've read and heard, was he was like, oh, I want to pay homage to Pete Rock. Is it okay if I use your song, whatnot, right? And then he's like, fine, cool. And then Pete Rock was like, he gave his nod to it, whatever. Yeah, cool, fine. Do it justice. But then Pete Rock, when the song was released, Pete Rock went on Twitter and he just did an ill ass rant, like saying, yo, how you gonna have these guys just like how you gonna mess up my song, pretty much like tarnishing his song and shit like that. Just like just copying everything I've done and stuff like that. And I agree to an extent. The reason why I say that is because okay, I understand, because they're both wrong in both, but I kind of side with Pete Rock more than Lupe Fiasco, obviously. But because like I said, Lupe, he went to go say he wanted to pay homage to Pete Rock, or whatnot. But then it's like the producers that made the song, they just practically copied everything from the sequence to all the samples and all that shit. Mind you, nobody owns samples. That's obvious. You know what I mean? Nobody owns samples. But when you sample, flip it a different way. Don't flip it the way another producer's flipped it, because that's biting. Because you're copying their, you're biting their steez. You know what I mean? It's like, yo, I mean, we all. I mean, it's one thing. Like when we make beats, or producers that make beats. Yeah, you always gonna be influenced by that person. You're influenced by a certain producer, but you don't try to bite their stilo, or you try to bite, the same songs that they did. You know what I mean? And it's like, and that's what the producers did. And then Lupe claimed that, I didn't want to do, I didn't really want to do this song. The producers forced me to do it. They wanted me to do it. Blah 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 blah. And I'm like, yo, how you gonna let a producer tell you, to do a song like that? Mind you, you know what I mean? It's like, really, like, come on, like, you're the artist. You know what I mean? I mean, it's one thing to guide them, but like, to do a song like that, like, that's like a sacred song. But then it was Pete Rock fucked up. When Pete Rock fucked up, it's like, yeah, go ahead. But it was like, why would you let somebody do that? Like, I think certain songs should be left alone. Even if you're a part of it, just leave it alone. The song is a classic the way it is. That's my thing. And with sampling is part of hip hop. It's part of music. You know what I mean? There's been sampling way before hip hop. There was a lot of like psychedelic artists that sampled, from different artists. You know what I mean? Maybe it might not have been music, but it could have been like dialogue and from like a documentary or a movie or some shit like that. Things of that nature. You know what I mean? But it's like, but people don't talk about that. It's like the same thing with, it's like, the thing with sampling is, if you grab a sample, obviously the different way flip it a different way from the original source. That's what makes you creative, make you dope, make you set you apart from different producers. You understand, like, how you sample it, the pitches, the EQs and shit like that. That gives you your signature sound. But when you just copy the same sequence as the original producer that made the song, because let's keep it real, nobody would have known who Tom Scott is if it wasn't for Pete Rock. You know what I mean? Let's keep it funky. You know what I mean? But people don't see it that way. And then, like, oh my god, like, and then like Lupe, he when he heard about the rants, like, yo, how could Pete Rock do this to me? Yo, I thought it was cool, blah 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 blah. And then he was talking about, yo, I'm from the hood, you know what I mean? He don't know about me, I'm from the hood. The fuck that got to do with anything? I'm from the hood, but what does it got to do with things? It's like, that's just that pisses me off. Like, you got dudes that get butt hurt, and they use the defense mechanism, especially black people, where they use the defense mechanism. Yo, I'm from the hood. I'm like, yeah, okay, I'm from the hood. Yeah, I'm from the hood. And there's pussy ass niggas in the hood, as well as pussy ass niggas in the suburbs. And there's tough ass niggas from the hood, and there's tough ass niggas from the suburbs. You know what I mean? So I didn't see his point from that. You know what I mean? From that. Like I said, and then this is the same guy that fucked up on Tribes. Cause like he was at Hip Hop Honors a couple years ago, where Tribe was getting they were getting honored by Hip Hop Honors, hence the name, and he performed Tribe's Electric Relaxation, and he fucked up on one of the lyrics, and all the it's including me. I was pissed off because that's like one of my all-time favorite songs. Like, how do you fuck up a song like that? His excuse was, oh, I didn't grow up listening to that music, blah blah blah. So why the fuck did you do it then? Even if you have it, like, at least practice, listen to the fucking song, recite your fucking lyrics. Excuse me. That's the thing. But then, but people, the masses, it's about, oh man, he's not even that serious, like, just let it go, it's whatever. And I understand you're human. I understand that. But when you're an established artist, you have an amount of pressure to execute a song. Once you're famous and stuff like that, you cannot fuck up because niggas is gonna hold you accountable for that. You know what I mean? And then you had people like, "Yo, you fucking up, you fucking up." Like, why would you do that? But then you had other people like, "Oh, let it go, let it go." But let it be a Tupac or a Biggie song that somebody did like a doing a cover song for that. People will go fucking crazy over that. You understand? If they fuck up, let's keep it real. Or a Jay-Z song, if they fuck that song up, niggas will go crazy, head over heels over that. Like, yo, fuck that nigga, kill it, blah blah blah. You know, so it's kind of hypocritical in that part. Like I said, sampling has always been part of hip hop. I just wish people would stop talking about, oh, sampling is not original. Sampling is not easy because sampling is you take an original source of a sound and then you add drums to it, but you gotta have drums to fit that sample. That's not easy. It takes patience. It takes listening to do that. You know what I'm saying? It takes skill. It's a skill. So to say that sampling is easy, blah blah blah, it's not. You know what I mean? But that's here and there, near or say whatever. And then you have like fucking people, these internet thugs, you know, on hip hop sites, you know, in the comments, like, you know, Hip Hop DX and shit like that, like, oh, yo, fuck Pete Rock, that old ass nigga, like, yo, like, why you bitch, why you crying for, you know, yo, you sample from other people, so what's the difference? The difference is because when you sample from something else, you flip it a different way, you make your own different new sound, that makes it yours. That's the difference. When you do a cover song, yeah, you're using live instruments or whatever you do, but you're copying the same way as the original song. That's the difference. Whereas when you sample, you're using an original sample or whatever original song, but you're flipping it a different way. That goes with chopping or looping or, you know, playing with the pitch, making it sound excuse me, I can't even talk today. Unrecognizable. That's the difference. These fucking ignorant motherfuckers, man, that have too much time in their hands. Say, oh, yo, Pete Rock, you old ass nigga, yo, why you crying, blah, 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 blah. And then it's just so fucking crazy. And then Lupe Fiasco, like, I like his first album, Food and Liquor. I like the album a lot, especially for the time it came out back in '06. And then like the Cool was okay. Like I like a couple of songs. I wasn't too crazy about that album. And Lasers just sucked. It fucking sucked. That shit was like on some like Jersey Shore emo bullshit. You know what I mean? But that's my take on it. You know what I mean? I just say you're gonna like yo, just if you're gonna sample or do cover songs, yo, just be original. Don't try to copy from other people. It's my thing. And you know, doing cover songs is not nothing new, because you have people in the R&B world that would sample from. They would take like the instrumentals from hip hop artists, especially back in the mid '90s. That was really popular, where they would have R&B artists take like known hip hop sample hip hop beats from that time, but they'll just add like new shit to it, and you know, and they call it a day, but it was done well. Prime example, how can I say? There's a R&B artist that came out back in the mid '90s. She was it was a song called I think it was called "Can't Wait to Be Loved" or some shit like, or can it be loved? Can it be something? I forgot the name. I posted on a link to the song. They use the same instrumental as Karis One's MCs Wanna Know. MCs Make Me Wanna Know, some shit like, I forgot the MCs Wanna that song Karis One was known for, that came out back in the '90s, whatnot, and from his second album. You know what I mean? Use the same sample, using the same Clifford Brown sample that he used, but it seemed like they just got the instrumental, and then the Mona Lisa version, I think she just added strings to kind of, to kind of bring it, to make it a little bit different than the original. But that's my thing. So I just think people just need to educate themselves before they start talking. And then Lupe, he needs to stop talking. Cut off those dreadlocks from 1984. Doesn't look good on you. Just bring back your low C's like you used to rock. And then the fucking flip flop shades and shit. Cut that out, man. Like, you look ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? But Lupe, I just hope you guys resolve it, because that beef and shit is stupid. That Twitter, I hate Twitter. I don't like Twitter. I already said my piece on Twitter about Twitter and shit like that. But that's all I gotta say. Hope you guys enjoy it. And shout out to my dude George Prevent. He inspired me to do this rant, because he's always been asking me, "Yo, we gonna talk about this? We gonna talk about that?" So shout out to him. And I'll post on a link to all the songs that I talked about. Hope you guys enjoyed the rant. Peace.